Hello everybody, this is Simon with Let's Play Sonic 2006. This is just a short video to catch up with something that has been standing out for a while, and that is the S rank for Wave Ocean. This one is actually extremely hard because of the cursed Mark Speed section in the end. Everything that happens here is basically irrelevant if you get hit during the later part of the Mark Speed section. The only thing I can do here, and the only thing that would be worth waiting for example for the red gem for, which would slow down the timer, or for the purple gem where you can do huge shortcuts, is increasing the margin of error you have there. And this is basically my strategy as well, which I'm following here. I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible so that I can try the Mark Speed section more quickly, and that I have less margin of error of basically dying any point here. I'm taking rainbow rings, I'm taking leader enemies. Little glitch here, I'm fixing it in a second later on. I'm trying here, but I'm, well, bungling it up, much like I'm bungling up this one. But this just goes to show you do not have to have a perfect run here. What you do have to do is basically get to the Mark Speed section as quickly as possible, and then try to not get hit as late as possible. That means that you will get hit in the Mark Speed section, unless you're a gaming god. Even the speed run gets hit there. What I'm doing here, like here killing the leader enemy, getting lots of points, is just decreasing the number of rings with which I need to finish the Mark Speed section. This is the one up I missed, by the way. 200 points for free, why not? And that just means that if I get 200 points here, that's 2 rings I do not have to get in the Mark Speed section. You do have to make these kind of calculations, plus minus 10 points, because every ring is 10 points worth of getting. This part is easy. This is the first level. This plays itself. There is no big danger here. You will probably not die too often once you have mastered the controls somewhat, and why would you do an S rank if you haven't? But the real problem is, again, just having enough point buffer here so that you can get hit later and later and later in the Mark Speed section. You can finish the Mark Speed section without getting hit, and you will get like 200 rings from that, plus the rings that you can get by this point, like we have 100 now, and we will get up to 150 or so at the end of Tails' section, which is all fine and dandy and good, but you will probably get hit during the Mark Speed section. If you don't get hit, then you can get like 70,000 points here, but that's not going to happen. So I'm giving you a strategy that is somewhat consistent, and it's still going to boil down to a bit of luck in the end, and the safest strategies you can possibly find, which you can pull off yourself at the Mark Speed section. And because you are shooting for the Mark Speed section, also not trying huge shortcuts with Tails. You can go through the stone arches, but it is inconsistent. I sometimes die, much like this was inconsistent. I didn't get the point bonus, but I did get a lot of points at once. If you look at the point score, it did increase a lot. You just didn't see the pop-up of Radical or whatever. But generally I'm going for a little bit of safety here, because this just increases the amount of time I can try the Mark Speed section and try to eke out a victory there. However, as we're going to see in a second, this was my first recording of the night, and I was quite happy that I got the S rank at the end, but that also meant that I'm a bit rusty, so I'm getting hit almost immediately, which is fine again, because the point margin of error is so high at this point. If you're getting like 9,000, 10,000, that's pretty good. That you can afford to get hit early. What you cannot afford to do is trust the ring trails. It never works. Now that I've gotten hit, I'm getting more and more careless, because I'm like, okay, maybe if I get enough rings, but it doesn't work. Do not try to light speed dash along these rings. They will send you into the railing if you are not exactly aligned at the start. These are traps. They're just badly placed. I can't help it. And also I don't know why I get hit here in a second, but what hit me there? I don't know. And this is why this is so frustrating, because you keep getting hit at some point and it is not your fault. And at this point I was like, of course this is not going to be an S rank, but what I can try, something I've never tried before, is jump over the robots here. This is how you do not get hit by the robots. I used to go through the cave, but going through the cave is extremely difficult without getting hit. Almost got hit here, but this is exactly enough. I was 5 rings over, as you're going to see at the end, and I did hold forward here because I thought it was pointless anyway, so might as well show off a fun death if possible. But that almost got me killed, but fortunately did not. I get the S rank. I am barely over, and this is how you do it. You build up a buffer, and then you get hit as early as possible during the Mark Speed segment, and don't get hit at the end. I hope this helped if you're actually playing along. If not, I hope you liked it regardless, and thank you very much for your attention.